Hey folks, this is Jandron here, and welcome back to my duo No Cheese, No Rest Honor Mode challenge run. Today we're going to be talking with some goblins, buying some items, and looking around for some secret items in the outer part of the goblin stronghold. I think we might end up going inside. I believe that will trigger the conversation with Raphael. That might be a thing as well. We'll see once we get further in. Start off talking with Grat here.
Welcome, your greatness. I've got some good stuff if you're looking to buy.
Oh, quite the truth. How'd you get your hand on this?
Nicked him off the dead, didn't I? I mean, raid spoils you majestically.
Yeah, let me just see what you have then. So we are basically, this new barter UI is quite nice. Once they get it working completely. So far you can't do a lot of the things you usually can. That's a little annoying. I'm basically going to be buying all of the items. The returning pike here is quite nice because of the 1d10 instead of 1d6 damage. It's a little annoying that it's gonna override the fact that you are wearing a shield once you throw it. Doomhammer is fine to have for Lae'zel when we are fighting certain enemies. Gloves of archery, I'm getting those because I think I might be switching out to an archery build at some point. Boots of Eight of Comfort are just for right now. Those were for jumping. And I think that's about it. But that's also all of the unique items that he has, right? So we're just going to give him a lot of gold and hope that we can find a little / have enough left for what we need from Raw Moonglove inside.
Been a pleasure, your greatness.
I believe so. We gave you a lot of gold there. Oh, we have Volo here. Let's see if we can go and watch what's going on there with that. Oh, yeah, he reacts to us getting close, even when I'm not speaking with her. Let's speak with him anyways.
With fragolous crown and with scepter abraid.
I love his rhyming here.
Short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filfhenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had led you galide.
Actually, quite good at making up these weird words that don't really mean anything. Galide sounded absolutely like a real word, if you don't know too much about it. I think we don't want to get him in trouble, so let's just look at him. I guess this is the closest to... Or we could just leave, I guess, but...
You!
Oh,
move off!
She didn't like that.
Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I, huh?
Wait a tick. That a friend of yours?
Oh, certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying.
To you? Never. Come, let's
poor man.
continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin.
Oh, we broke him.
I am draw Ragslin. Tumptuous, draw Ragslin.
You broke him!
Yeah, we literally did.
Wait. Draw Ragslin, we pray, we...
Come on, pigeon! Back to your cage!
Oh, poor guy.
Now, look what you've done.
Come on!
Yeah.
Of course.
I think we tried to warn him back in the camp.
Idiot!
Ma'am, and she thinks he's
yes.
naming her. I like the fact that she just shoves him down there. Literally a shove. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna be talking with a few of these just to see whether or not we can trade with them. There are some of them that we can.
This ale tastes like...
Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna be skipping through some of the just random ones.
What's all the nothing?
Having a drink.
If we get into this,
Sweeter when it's free,
we can trade with them. Oh, she has a candle. Let's just buy that.
Get off your ass.
Free. Oh, the chance of information here. Free? So where did you get it all?
Where the hell did you get yours? From an inn. Nutty, course. You won't find much there now. Took all the good stuff before we burned it.
That's fair. So, Brawler Rot, have we spoken with him yet?
What's up?
Yeah, we have. Okay. Keep doing the rounds.
Is killing me.
Hey! You ain't rounding me up for no raid. No way. I'm drinking.
We can just go straight to the Drow option here.
Sorry, your ladyship. Don't mean nothing by it. I'm here to serve.
We just asked her whether or not she was always just disobedient, and I just forgot to do the thing that I was actually there for. So now I can't do it. That's just me being an idiot. Just click the trade icon.
Ears to the...
Let's keep doing it correctly then. There are a couple of conversations that you should actually take. Where you can get some interesting items. The rest of them is just to have the small chance of a relevant item.
Wanna play, Your Honor? Crawler will
He's
get
chasing
you
the chicken.
started.
Okay.
That's the drink talking.
I think we do want to play there.
Sorry, Mom. Meat ain't ready yet. Dwarves take an age to roast.
Oh, another chance of information. Where did you find a dwarf?
He found us. Don't know what he was doing here or where he came from.
Unfortunately, we
Lads
probably know that.
inside are trying to get answers out of one of his mates.
So we do have a chance, or at least a good idea who this is. Aradin was talking about a fat chunk that was carrying, not a map, I don't think so, but some sort of a guide to where to find this night song. And he was here. This is a dwarf. Those are usually fat chunks. And then there's the other ones, or it could be Hausen, or I think it's Brian, the last one is called. The youngling that charged the goblins that he told us about. So let's ask here, was one of his mates a druid?
Nah, druids are all beardy and woodsy, ain't they? This lot were a scabby gang of tomb robbers. Had a big old war bear with them, though. Took 5 of our meanest lashers to chain it up. We'll beat the fight out of it and make it one of our own.
Yeah, I don't see their chances for that. It's probably gonna be Hausen. I can get your answers, but before we take that, it's just, I think I already did this. I can get your answers. Where's the prisoner?
Thanks, Mom.
They still approves.
He'll probably spill his guts as soon as he claps eyes on you. He's inside. Keep to the right and follow the screams.
The plan for asking that is, of course, to find out where he's at, not to actually go and get information. But I'm not sure Lae'zel knows that, and I am not a fan that she actually likes that. But we do know that she's not, like, God's best child. Klagga here has actually useful information. Or conversation.
Greetings, your most excellent drowners. What do you think of these breeches? Could be a new uniform.
We're just checking this first. Aaron of Acid, the dwarf poem. We can get that without buying it. Let's just flatter the guy. They look quite fetching on you.
Proper stylish, ain't they? Nicked him off this dwarf we're cooking.
The dwarf. Did he have anything on him besides the pants?
Dunno. Was already stripped down to his breeches when I got my hands on him. Had a couple of coins in the pockets and some daft poem. But that's all.
Yeah, I love poetry. Can I see?
Of course. I'm thinking of selling it. Reckon it's worth anything, boss?
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Some of these bard options are all awesome. I think I know him. That's Piltrid the Warbler, the worst bard in favor. Nah, I didn't make myself clear. Give it to me now. You can just use the Drow option here. It's
Right you
assured.
are, boss. I hope you enjoy it.
And we now have the Dwarfs poem, as it's called. Which is, in reality, a son of Saloon fell here in the dark below, and we sealed his grave in her holy glow. May the full moon never touch the stars once more, may darkness never conquer the moon maiden's door. Scrolled in the margins, found the door in that temple, think the moon turns, but which way? A cluster of stars and lunar faces and sketch beneath. That's just a small hint for finding the night song. Which is quite nice to pick up here. As you may have noticed, It's a chicken that's being chased around instead of, usually it would be the owlbear. See if we can speak with it here. Escape. Escape. Usually it would be the owlbear that they use for chicken chasing. But since we haven't long rested at all, it's not. I'm still gonna go and do the chicken chasing to get a little bit of gold here.
Well, now, you look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts?
All of that and more, obviously.
And you're gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken chasing.
Chicken chasing. What? Before we do that, let's just trade. She has the gold that we can win from her and nothing else, so let's just win it instead.
Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase the chicken round the course and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been breasted by the bird.
I doubt that. It seems easy enough.
Fancy yourself, do you? Care to pin that claim down with some coin?
Oh, come on now. Let's make a real wager.
Cocky, eh? Maybe you've got the skill to back it up. Or maybe I'm about to make a heap of coin.
Yeah.
Let's get a crowd going and find out, eh?
Probably don't have the skills to back it up, but I can cheat, so I'm just gonna do that. Don't they usually, like, run there? Maybe they're already in position? They seem to be. Good. So, doing this correctly can actually be a bit of a challenge to make it run in the right way. But we can just cheat instead, so let's do that. Go into turn-based and talk with the chicken. Poor little guy. We can make it attack them. That's not too relevant. It straight up just dies. But we can also just, I'll help, just run through the posts and you'll be free.
Free?
And Laisela approves this time. That's nice. Maybe she likes me cheating, or maybe maybe she's just not a fan of actually hurting animals, which would be a better side of her that we've seen before. It's definitely the easy way to do it, right?
That's the game done. Come here.
Awesome. Like all the fireworks. And now we just need to pressure her for some gold.
Well, looky.
I don't know if the chicken ever gets away. Hope it does.
Seems like you know your way around the course.
Just be brusque. Hand over my winnings.
Pardon? You're what? Think you misunderstood, mate. Ain't no winnings, 'cause only a goblin can win chicken chase. Says so in the rules.
Nope.
The mark glows.
I think
but
you
feel
misunderstood,
nothing in
because I'm a Drow.
response. Your illithid
At least you think so.
power is beyond reach until you rest.
Goblins know to keep a civil tongue in the Underdark. Granted, most of them there are slaves.
The Underdark? Aye, I've had littermates disappear down there. Here, your coin. We're only a joke. Rules. A joke is all. No offense meant.
I like her change of demeanor. Volo's quite nice. So, who do we have here? I like that some of these guys have like a bit of personality. Klagga, for instance. You can find some of his letters straddled over the place. We're gonna go find some of them soon. I think we never spoke with Gurk up here. I don't know why he's standing up there.
You was brilliant in the raid, lads.
Ooh.
Hey, can I see your brand? The priestess gave me one. I think she did it wrong.
And nothing. Let's just get the information right. Priestess? Is she a healer too then?
Seen her carve more folk than she's cured. Still, she's a chosen of the Absolute now. Hold on. I was asking you something, wasn't I?
Who cares? Shrug and leave. I think we have spoken with all of the ones in the courtyard now. So I guess we can go speak with the ogre, but he has nothing relevant to say. He just says it's boring inside. And what else do we have? Bauknuk here. As he doesn't have time to speak. Actually, yeah, we need to speak with Crusher. Oh, sorry. I am paid to talk. Keep walking, is what he says. I am gonna go and speak with these goblin children before we speak with Crusher, because sometimes they run off, and I don't want them to do that.
Another dirt elf come to boss us around, eh? I could break your face.
You can actually get into a fight with these. Just play tough. But for now, all I wanted to do was... Ooh. Crossbow. You don't want that. I think this one usually might have, like, speed potion sometimes. I've seen. Let's just say who's the dead man.
Don't matter who he was. He ain't nothing but a stain now. Just like you'll be if you don't clear off.
For now. Let's just leave for now. Speak with the other ones, see if they have anything.
Stupid dead bastard.
Oh, there we go.
He deserves it.
Num num. So now they're 48 gold richer, and I might be 48 gold, what's it called, poorer. But it's not for certain, I don't think so. What did you do to deserve that? I'm not gonna be kicking him.
He killed my mum and dad. Made a bloody orphan of me.
Oh, that's not good. See, we don't like that. Sorry for your loss. I think we're gonna be genuine about it.
I ain't bothered about it. Better off without them. Stupid old geezers should have put up more of a fight.
Oh yeah.
Don't mean we can't enjoy putting the boot into this prick a stick, though.
So,
You've seen one of them nose up
I think that's a moment where we realize that we are talking to goblins, of course. And we probably shouldn't be expecting too much compassion. Or giving too much compassion either.
Too gloomy for ya, shroom sucker.
They might just run away by themselves, or I think we might be able to scare them away here. For now, I'm just gonna leave them be. Oh, they ran away by themselves. Okay. If you follow them here, and are fast enough about it, I've seen them, like, staying there as long as up into the cave, and then run into the trap and exploded. But that didn't happen, so this is easy. Now we can just pick up the scroll, and we don't need to get into any sort of trouble, at least. Okay, so let's go back and talk with Crusher before we head into all of the looting weird hidden stuff. Said last time that I wanted to try and get his ring. I don't think I'm gonna do that, because I realized, or remembered, whatever you want to call it, that when you do that, he runs off and stands out of the bridge. And that would mean he wouldn't be there for the courtyard fight when I'm gonna engage all of this at once at some point. So I think we're probably just gonna leave him be, which also means we can stay in our disguise. If you talk with him with a Drow, as you can see now, he doesn't let you do the usual intimidation or kiss his feet or whatever.
Inside, planning and such.
He just goes into this little line instead.
I'm shooting arrows at this target.
Gotta listen to him, otherwise he gets mad. It's awesome.
What? Get! Oh, sorry. I didn't know I was talking to.
Yeah, they're just warning a bit about it. So, at this point, we're gonna get the ring later by killing him instead. Now, we just need to run and loot a lot of stuff. And I think we're just gonna leave Goblin and the Raven here. They should not get into too much trouble. They didn't have anything interesting to say. So, first off, down here would be like a bit of survival something. Just a dig, so you can do it anyways. This is not the most relevant one, but nice. Arrow full melter. And a grease bottle as well. That's not bad. So, if you go to kiss Crusher's feet, which is a line of dialogue you can do up there, or he forces you into that, you can steal the ring from him, but you also learn that his feet smell like lavender. And right here, there's a sponge and soap, something you don't usually find in a goblin camp. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this is his secret clean my feet spot, or whatever you want to call it. So that's quite a little bit of nice storytelling. Then we have a secret place up here. I think we're gonna go up there one by one, so we don't accidentally trigger the trap. Okay, so I spotted it here. Since it's a trap, I am going to clap on the various trap stuff here. Just because I don't really want to explode this in my face if I can avoid it. It could set up a fire to some of the stuff that's lying there. 15 is not awesome. There we go. So we have a smelly ladder. Lovely Minthara. I ain't been to the Underdark. Rick has said that's beasties. Wada. Basically, I think these are all Klagga. The guy with the pants, the goblin with the pants. There's also one over here somewhere if I can locate it. There we go. Scrolled notes. Expressing his love to, talking about kissing. About Minthara. He's basically in love with Minthara and wants you to know. Or what's basically just, he doesn't want you to know, of course. But it's writing love letters to her. It's quite cute. Let's see if we can get this one up. That's okay. Critical success. And there we go. Greataxe +1 is one of the first. This is absolutely certain to be here. You also usually get some nice potions here. Vigilance and oil is fine. And even more of his... Dearest, Your Excellency, and most prettiest Minthara, Klagga, and here we get the name. It's awesome. Just gonna grab the loot for now. This was a trap, by the way, I've talked about. I've seen the goblin kids running into. I don't know where they go off to, if they are the same kids that run into the cellar and throw rocks at Halsin. Otherwise, they might just be gone now. And you don't have an option to kill them, which means my 50-ish gold, 48 gold, is lost. I don't know whether or not we'll get in trouble if we try to take this ladder, so we are just going to be jumping up there instead. And Lae'zel not. She might not be able to. There we go. That's another piece over here. Magic item that you can find. Not as hidden. Before that, let's just do it correctly. There's some traps here that I don't really want to jump into. You can't just go around them. You can jump up and down from upstairs, but... let's try and disarm it, right? There's also the option if you just don't want to play with them, as I was saying, you can just climb up and jump down, and then jump back up if you are good enough at that. Or alternatively, you can take the secret entrance over here, passageway. There she goes. That was almost too close. Scary. I think there might be more traps that I haven't spotted yet. Let's see if we can successfully spot the last trap then. I thought that was only 2. Oh, fuck. Get out. That didn't deal a lot of damage, to be honest. Maybe that was not too bad. Is this gonna dissipate? Okay, so she already failed the save, I guess. I hate traps. Have I mentioned that before? I think I've mentioned that before. But at least it goes bye-bye there. Okay, that's good. Let's just get in here and fix this. Oh, what? What did I do?
Very well.
I'm just glad Shovel did not get exploded there. Grab the chest, lockpick.
Trouble now.
I forgot to use guidance. Not a problem, it seems. And glowing shield, and apparently a little bit of gold there as well. So glowing shield, once per short rest, if you're below 50% hit points or take damage, you gain 8 temporary hit points. So that's good enough. Not a very powerful shield. This passageway leads in, and it leads straight to the prisoner. We're not gonna use it here. There's actually a few more things that we need to go and find still. The first thing, these guys down here sleeping. If you jump down, like straight next to them, they wake up. And I don't know whether or not they still do it if you're Featherfall. I'm just gonna float down here instead, as to not do that.
Looks like the booze got the better of them. They're practically unconscious.
Practically, but not entirely. So let's jump down here as well. I just need to grab a few items down here. I think there's a healing potion somewhere. And back up. So this one over here, it's actually pretty important. It can have quite nice items in it. It's usually a lot of elixirs or potions. As you can see here, Hilt Giant Strength, Bark Skin, Colossus, Arcane Cultivation, and the random crossbow. Bark Skin obviously is sucky. Radar Elixir for Arcane Cultivation is not too bad. And now let's do it correctly so we don't wake up people. We're gonna leave her there, and then we're gonna go jumping. Oh no, before we do that actually, we can talk to Piddle. I'm a little scared whether or not I can cause him to run off as well, because I've seen him do that sometimes, and other times you don't.
Says here that goblinoids are obstreperous and malodorous. What's that mean?
I think it's related to whether or not I get the book from him or not. A bad one. This one is awesome. I'm gonna use that. It means Mephitican vociferous, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. I'd have said that. Bit wordy though, isn't it? Still, only other stuff to read round here is the filth Klagga scrawls in the latrines.
Also, Klagga scrolls there as well. Same guy we wrote red poetry from down there. Let's just look at the trade first. We can buy the book from him. We're not gonna. You can get this from him by talking, but I'm afraid he might run off. There's also a scroll of magic missiles that I do not think we have. 100 gold. It's not an actual vendor, this, so it's okay for me to buy the item. I think I want it, to be honest, because just having this available to help people that's low on health can be quite relevant. So let's give him 100 gold and hope that we can get those from him later. Where'd you find that?
Belonged to some bloke who showed up here asking questions. Bold as a bugbear he was. Said he's writing a book about the Absolute. Lads didn't like that. Said he was a spy or some such. Think they've locked him in the cells already.
Go Volo.
Well, I had a good chinwag with him though. Interesting bloke.
So what was so interesting about him?
He wanted to know if we felt any extra booyarg in the air since converting.
And, ooh, information. Has your tribe's power increased?
Yeah. Priestess Grat is fierce and powerful now. So's Regslin, our boss. Them's true souls now. Just like that Drow. They have the kind of booyarg that comes from being chosen by a god.
So we already know what booyarg is. It just means magic or power of spirit or something like that. So usually, could I see his manuscript? You can go down this line. I think I'm still gonna just check down it.
There's enough reading here to last me a lifetime.
See what my options
The
are.
mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid that I'm just gonna scare him away. Write your own is probably gonna send him somewhere to write that. Maybe we could intimidate him. Guess we could scan his mind as well. Let's just scan it, just to see if we can find out anything interesting.
This stuff ain't bad. But somebody who really knows the Absolute should be writing her story.
Yeah, so we can send him down to write about it instead. We're not gonna do that, because then he's gonna run away and do that somewhere else, and we don't want that, so just let's leave. Oh, I should probably have... Yeah, I definitely should have. Just want Lae'zel to go and cast Enhanced Sleep on him, so we're sure that we can get all the way around here. Not definitely check. Now we can jump straight there instead. That's much better. Silver glass, silver plate. These are worth a little bit of money. And some nice arrows. Arrow of many targets are really strong. Before, when we did the check and chasing, we could have picked up a lot of random items in the containers down here, because you're allowed in that area then. But we're just gonna do that later after we've killed everyone, because we are murder hopers, of course. It's D&D we're playing, right? It's just about all here. Let's get Lae'zel over to the rest of us. And I do believe that once I transition area into this place, that the pets should join automatically, so we don't have to move them up here, is just what I mean. I've done it. I usually click them off when I run around and explore like this, and I've had a situation where I did that with Shovel, where I jumped down from here and he woke up, and then Shovel actually starts a conversation with these, but he's obviously horrible at speaking his way out of trouble, so that usually gets you into a fight. I'd like to show you, but I do want them to be there for when we're actually going to kill all of these guys.
That wall's barely holding together.
I don't think I've ever failed the perception there. Wonder what the check is. Oh, I'm still DC 10. Okay. That's actually quite a good chance of failing that. Lae'zel should be able to break through. It's a wall, so let's grab a hammer of some sort. The Doom Hammer is a maul, right? Yeah. Might as well use that. That's also gonna make a noise, which is gonna wake up some of these, but it's decently easy to talk your way out of the situation. Maybe we should make sure it's not Lae'zel that needs to do it. Or maybe it's automatic when you're Drow, I can't recall. You could also just go down and go in the main way. But I think we're gonna do this now. So if let's just go straight to it, right? She might be able to break it down in one.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Let's turn this on, it is, and go to smash the wall. Yeah, there we go.
My head's killing me. Oh, what is all that noise?
This looks like Lae'zel.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Oh, she hasn't used her, of course. So I should probably remember that for later if we want to use illicit power on someone. We can just have Lae'zel talk with them. We can also trade with this guy and buy a Scroll of Grease. I don't wanna. I'm gonna loot it from her later instead. Drow, none of your concern. Back to your stepper, will you?
You don't need to tell me twice, boss.
I think Lae'zel is better at that than I am.
Still alive.
Rumbling at people. Okay, so if I recall correctly, inside here you should trigger the what's his face fight? Yeah, they did join us. That's great. Raphael fight? Not fight, talk. Okay, I might have to walk a bit first, but at least if you haven't done it before, I mean. There we go.
My, what manner of place is this?
Yeah, that's a good question. We're on the rafters.
A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps? The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that? Love. Was that? They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
So imagine how full you have to be of yourself to literally go through all of this before I even say a single word to him. Just keep speaking. Oh well, anyways. Well, I guess, pleasure. I'm Dredge.
Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes.
Come. He really does the devil speak well. And in case you hadn't picked up on it, like the first time you met him, that's the picture up here and devil iconography on the walls and stuff like that. Nice decor.
The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
What makes you say that?
Call it a ninth sense.
Ninth sense, like the 9 hells, I think. If I recall correctly in D&D lore. Even have the
What's
Maracon face behind him.
than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But A savior, that's for certain.
So don't volunteer information, even though he probably knows. What makes you think I need saving? Remember, I used to be a fiend warlock, so we definitely have done something like this before.
Come now, why play hard to get when you're in deep over your tadpoled head?
Even rhymes.
One skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that.
I need to think this over.
Take all the
boots.
time you need, but make up your mind before you're counting down with tentacles. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
So none of these really fit, but let's just go with this one. And if I do want to take this deal, tell me, how could I find you?
I'll be around, watching you squirm like a tadpole through a nice, juicy brain. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
I quite like this whole scene. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so now to get around this place here. But that will have to wait for next time. So for now, let's just say thank you for joining, if you have been. I've been Shanvan, and you've most definitely been awesome. Don't forget to do the YouTube stuff, and bye-bye.